This is a business model decision. It's not a marketing company's decision to drive your entire business model and area of focus. Think about how insane that is. If you were to just listen to a marketing company for this, right? Like, this is a CEO level decision. It's, where do I want to focus my business? I want to start with 3 principles to get everyone's brain thinking in the right perspective right now. First is the goodwill and deserve it factor. Second is becoming a true intelligent investor. And 3 is creating proprietary mental models for your firm's marketing. Okay. So the first thing I want everyone to think of as we're thinking through where we want to grow our firm, right, is I want you to think, do I deserve to grow my firm in this area? This is the highest value question you could ever ask for self-awareness in your firm's marketing. Okay. I'm showing this book because this is an example of the deserve it factor that I'm going to relate to a law firm in just a second. Okay. The bottom line is this. You want to grow, let's say, motorcycle accidents. You want to grow some profitable, low effort niche in your practice, within your practice area of focus. You want to grow this niche of your practice. You want to da 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 da. The first question I have for you is, do you deserve to grow that facet of your practice? You want to grow DUIs? Great. Have you put out free stuff about DUIs in the last 90 days? You want to grow catastrophic PI cases? Great. How many videos did you put out in the last 90 days? How much value did you give to the world for that case type, right? How many blogs did you put out? What did you do to where the universe is going to reciprocate back and give you the cases that you want, right? It can't just be something for nothing, right? So we have 2 ways that we can provide goodwill in the marketplace in today's market. Ebooks and blogs are 2 ways to take the written word, publicize it on either our website with the use of Facebook ads, etc. And we can use an ebook, right? So for example, you want to grow DUIs in your criminal practice? Let's create a DUI ebook and let's start giving value to our marketplace by giving away that ebook for free and capturing emails for it, right? Number 2, become an intelligent investor, okay? Marketing is investing. Make no mistake of it, right? Intelligent investors know a couple of key things. Buy and hold strategies have the most predictable results, right? So for example, the S&P 500 index fund is a very predictable ROI, right? 10 to 20% annual returns or whatever, right? The bottom line is, you're not going to lose, usually in most cases, over a 10-year snippet of time, you're not going to lose a ton of money by going into the buy and hold strategies. You sprinkle high risk, high yield stocks with your tried and true stocks, right? These are you as an attorney testing out new platforms, testing out new strategies. These are what would be equivalent to as penny stocks. Does this make sense to everyone? Okay. So we want tried and true combined with quote unquote high risk, high yield. But the higher the risk, usually if you're making smart decisions, the higher the yield, the higher the potential upside, right? Think about people who got started on TikTok very early, right? I mean, some of these people got 1 million subscribers on TikTok or followers on TikTok in like no time because they were first movers on it. High risk, high yield, right? But there's also people who went and tried, getting followers on Clubhouse, and they did it maybe too late, or they didn't do it with the right strategy, so they didn't get the yield because it's higher risk, right? So you're always on the lookout for trending opportunities, right? More important than doing anything is learning from what you did, right? Whether it worked or not, because over 50% of the stuff you do in marketing will not work, but it all works if you learn from all of it, right? So there's no such thing as a failure in marketing if you learned from it. It's just, how fast do you want to fail, right? Some people have the belief that the faster you can fail, the rate of your failures will be in direct correlation to the rate of you discovering home run opportunities for your firm. And the third step of getting unstoppable with your marketing is to be creating mental frameworks. You can't create mental frameworks in your marketing unless you're constantly learning. It's impossible, guys. The best law firms that market, and believe me, guys, I shouldn't have to justify myself here, but my team tells me I justify myself too much. But I'm telling you this because I want you to listen. Like I spend time with like market dominators, and I'm telling you, they have a framework in their head where they can make quick heuristical decisions for their marketing. I have never met a firm owner doing over 100 million a year that just mentally abandoned their marketing. I just haven't. So I've interviewed them. You can watch all the interviews. All of them are obsessed over their marketing. Own your current marketing strategy and understand how it all works in. The more you can blue ocean your firm's marketing strategy, the longer your return on investment will be for that strategy. What is SMB Team's dominant strategy? It's webinars. Advertising a lead magnet through social media. That is our dominant platform. Everything else trickles up to that, right? So we have a talk show on Tuesday, which has been happening, for 80 weeks or so. That is our dominant strategy that our competitors have a very hard time replicating. It's created a moat, as Warren Buffett says, a competitive moat. Does everyone know what I'm talking about in investing terminology? Right? The moat is basically how hard is it for a competitor to do exactly what you're doing to market your firm, right? So the webinar strategy for us has created a moat that literally, at this point, since we started it, 5x'd our business, right? Because it's hard to replicate. That's the key. So if you do what everyone else is doing, by the way, this is a minimum requirement. We still spend tens of thousands of dollars on Google ads for ourselves. We still do all the other stuff, but we have one unique thing, right? And what I want to, some people do it through direct mail. Some people would, the bottom line is this: find that one thing, right? And then have everything else build up to it. It will take you at least 3 to 5 failed experiments before you find that one thing. Instead of thinking of tactics, think of your overall marketing strategy. So if I were to ask you in front of a jury, what is your marketing strategy in one paragraph? How would you answer that? Would they believe you? Right? Would you win the case in lawyer terms? Okay, so